Morning, everybody. And let me just say, I appreciate the lovely introduction, but it was 1985, Neil. Oh. And because I'm so old, each and every one of those years matters to me. We're thrilled to be hosting you here today, and we're thrilled that you're here to talk about something that we believe so strongly in. And it's not just the notion of energy management and efficiency that we're going to spend a lot of time on. It's the notion of the connected world. And we believe firmly, passionately, that Best Buy exists because we've done one thing over the years. And that is we have ridden with the customer and helped them navigate the rapid changes that come at them technologically. Neil mentioned, and I'm sure Dean will mention later, Neil mentioned that I started a long, long time ago. The big decision we were helping customers navigate in 1985 was a massive issue. It was VHS or Beta. And do I want to spend the extra $50 for the fully functional remote? Now in 1985, a fully functional remote was wired to the television of the VCR and had power on and off and channel up and down. Volume control was still off in the distance. So that was the huge technological challenge we're having helping customers navigate way back then. Obviously, the rate of that change has accelerated dramatically. Product life cycles, technology life cycles used to be measured in years, and now literally they're measured in months. So I mentioned that we believe riding with the customer and helping them navigate is our core competency. You can imagine that customers face more choices today faster than any time in their history. And you know what? It's going to accelerate. We see it accelerating. We have the privilege of going to the labs in Asia, in the Silicon Valley, and we see technologies that are coming, and it really is going to be increasingly exciting for consumers, and it's going to be increasingly full of choices they need to make. So why are we interested in this space? We believe that there's not a space that technology isn't going to affect in consumers' lives. And we think energy management and energy efficiency is right over that next horizon. And we had a great discussion earlier this morning with a group of our customers, a distinguished and august body of customers that are here to help us out. And I asked them who they think about to help them in this space, and they were we don't think of Best Buy in that space. We think about Best Buy for entertainment and productivity and all these other things. It's really critically important for Best Buy and our objectives to be increasingly important to the consumer in this space in all the places technology is going to touch. We're already in their homes. We're already in your homes, connecting televisions, computers. We've got our Geek Squad agents with whom we adore that are able to solve so many of the problems that technology brings to people and helps people get the most benefit out of their technology. But increasingly, the home is becoming connected. And like never before, energy is clearly in that mix. Energy used to be this sort of nebulous thing that you passively, you wrote a check every month. Now you have an opportunity where you can actually manage your consumption, manage how you deploy energy, and it's becoming increasingly important. The other thing, and maybe you'll think this is really Best Buy centric, but I don't. Energy drives the technology that we're able to bring to consumers. Why is that technology so important? Why should you care about that technology even if you don't love to consume entertainment, or even if you don't love to play games, or even if you're not a Facebooker? Why would you care? I think it's important for all of us as citizens of this great country to care, because I believe, that the most important thing about technology is that it creates access. Access to information, access to knowledge. We think the democratization of information is the most important gift that technology brings. We think that's what levels the playing field for kids across the country. It's what removes barriers from people getting into businesses and playing in spaces they want to play in. So if you'll just keep that in the back of your mind, it's one of the reasons why, as an organization, we're so passionate about this. And in a minute, I'll tell you personally why I'm so passionate about it. We see this as a logical extension of our core business. And we also believe, and I mean this with humility, that we have core customer insights that we can share with you that are going to be very, very valuable as collectively and together we go to bring energy management, energy efficiency into people's lives. You know what else you should care about that we have? We bring strong relationships with our consumers into this space. And you know what? I'll tell you straight up. We probably have a classic bell curve. We have 20% of our stores that are world-class. We have 60% that are somewhere in the range of good. And we got 20% that we're always working on improving. So when I tell you we have relationships with our customers, when I tell you how much we care about our customers, I know we're not perfect, but we're working hard every single day to improve the experience we provide for consumers. We believe, he says with humility, that we're the only folks actively wiring people into the answer, and we think that's really, really important. So, very, very excited about this event. We're always interested in building new partnerships, finding new ways to connect, new ways to grow. I'll also be candid. There's no Red Cross outside on the buildings anywhere. This is a for-profit organization. And we think that's really good news for those of you that are here because you care about sustainability, you care about how we are leveraging and using our energy resources. The fact that we can wire this into for-profit models means it will be sustainable, and it is the only really meaningful way to ensure that we get done what we need to get done. There's got to be business models that work. I also recognize that we're in the earliest innings. We're just scratching the surface of what's possible, and we know what we can do when we get the right partners. And that's why I'm so excited to welcome all of you here today. And you should also know we're fanatical, I mean nuts, about finding ways to help customers get the most out of their technology and, in fact, put it in service of their lives. And, not to beat the drum or beat a dead horse, we all know that energy efficiency, energy management, as I said earlier, it used to be a passive thing where you wrote your check each month. You now have a chance to control your destiny in that space to a large degree. And we know, and I know from talking to the folks this morning, and I know from our research, that it is becoming increasingly important to our customers, and that's great news. And it really aligns with our sustainability work, and we have two key pillars that this lines up with. The first one is creating sustainable solutions, which is all about helping customers make good choices. And the second is about access, which I talked about just a minute ago. And I'll tell you what, there is nothing more important to us than helping customers gain access to all the things they care about. We want everyone to have access so they can reap the benefits of the connected world. Finally, two things. We view this as a classic opportunity to do well and do good. And that's really, really important to this organization. It's been important to us. When I started, we had 9 stores. Today we have, with all of our partnerships across the world, over 4,000 stores and 185,000 employees. It's important for us to make a difference. That is a huge part of the mission of this company. And the last thought I'll leave you with, and this really bugged me. I have 3 sons. One is heading off to college. One is about to be a senior in high school, started today, in fact. And he turned 18 on Saturday, so we went out to dinner. And my sons and I pretty much see eye to eye ideologically, and political agreements or political discussions are not contentious as we sit around the table. But I was stunned by this. My two older boys and one of their girlfriends was talking to me, and my son said to me, "You have to admit you guys are leaving us in a really bad situation. You've kind of made a mess of the world and the economy and all." And I'm just like, seriously? Of all the things you could say right now, before the check comes, this is what you're choosing to say to me. And I said, first of all, not going anywhere. Our generation's not done. And it's really important that you boys understand that. And when I got up for work yesterday, I was thinking a lot about that. We do have a lot of work to do. And we need to roll up our sleeves and leave our kids a world we're really, really proud of. And I think the work that all of you represent in this room is a huge piece of that. So again, we're thrilled to have you here for the next couple of days. Thank you for coming. Thank you for engaging. I'm looking forward to the partnerships that are sure to flow out of this. And I look forward to us bringing the benefits of the connected world to customers across the globe. And I look forward to us sharing in mutually beneficial business models, because I think that is important to make this work sustainable. Thank you very much and have a great day.